Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Sterling Channel 19 as we are back here live at West Deptford Soccer Fields, getting ready here for some semifinal action between the Sterling Silver Knights and the West Deptford Eagles. Ready here for some girls soccer. Conditions outside beautiful today, 69 degrees at game time, high of 70, low of 53 today. The sun is shining all the way through the day, no clouds in sight as the Lady Knights get some perfect soccer weather for this semifinal action. Taking a look at the bracket here, West Deptford versus Sterling, and then Barnegat versus Haddonfield. West Deptford had to get through Middle Township, where they won pretty easily, 8-2 final score. Sterling, a little bit harder of a challenge. The Seneca Golden Eagles brought them to PKs, and then Maddie Sims cashed in for the Lady Knights, bringing them to this stage here. Barnegat took care of Collingswood and took care of Pleasantville, and Haddonfield took care of Pennsauken Tech and Haddon Heights. So happy to be out here today. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sunshine today. It's myself and Mr. K. And Mr. K, thoughts on the game?
Well, as we start this, Dan, I'm going to go over a couple of logistical things. As we sit here at midfield, the first thing you're going to notice, the sun is high to our right. It's almost going to be somewhat over the goalie's head. There's also a very strong wind blowing from our right to our left, and it looks like the property slightly tilts here. The grass is in tremendous shape. They've just redone this property, but I think it's going to be crucial for whoever wins this toss to defend this side of the field that we're looking at now first, as we look at Monty getting her, her water ready for this game.
Yeah, Monty, one of the better scorers here for the Lady Knights, 18 goals, 6 assists, 42 points on the season. Antonio Troilo following suit with 5 goals, 8 assists, 18 points on the season. Adriana Zazada, 5 goals, 2 assists, 12 points on the season. Lily Byrne with 2 goals, 5 assists, 9 points. And, of course, Val Shinseki, 2 goals, 1 assist, and 5 points. And, the goalie, Mr. K, absolutely outstanding all season this year. Maddie Sims, 217 saves in 19 games played.
Not only is she a great goaltender, I think you and I and everybody will always remember that she's the one that beat that last game against Seneca with that penalty kick. Was that like the 8th or 9th penalty kick in that game?
It was the 9th. It was 18 total penalty kicks.
Great job by her. Now we'll take a look over at West Deptford. They're in the home green here, Dan.
Yeah, beautiful jerseys West Deptford has that I have never seen before, but they are absolutely beautiful. Ella Simcoe leading the way here for this West Deptford team, the freshman with 14 goals, 6 assists, 34 points, and then Lexi Varela, the junior, following right behind her with 8 goals, 9 assists, 25 points. Adaya Teague, the sophomore, with 6 goals, 2 assists, 14 points, and then Talia Thomason with 4 goals, 3 assists, 11 points, and Riley Walsh, the sophomore, in the backfield with 2 goals, 3 assists, 7 points. And then the goalie this today, Mr. K, is going to be Brianna McKeever, who doesn't have a lot of help for this West Deptford team, as they do run a 3-5-2 scheme, so a lot of offensive attack coming from the Eagles, but nevertheless, she has held her own all season with 123 saves in 16 games played.
And a unique thing, usually in the playoffs, you're not overly familiar with the team, but these two teams have played twice. One of them we covered here in Channel 19. It was on the football stadium complex, a game that ended in a tie, but earlier in the year, as you go over some of the numbers, Danny, these two teams very familiar with West Deptford winning the first one, and then they tied the second.
Yeah, Kay, and just as you mentioned, just about to bring that up, West Deptford won the first matchup between these two teams 3-2 on September 11th, which kickstarted a 7-game win streak for the Eagles. Montgomery Drams scored both goals for the Knights, along with an assist from Tony Troilo. For West Deptford, Lexi Varela, Talia Thomason, and Katie Sopper all tallied goals, with an assist coming from Maddie Eastlack. Maddie Sims had 11 saves in the loss, and Brianna McKeever had 12 in the win. So definitely a pretty competitive game to start, which was here at West Deptford. And then West Deptford came to the Castle to face the Lady Knights once again for senior night on October 21st, where the two teams tied 4-4. For West Deptford, Adaya Teague had 2 goals, Lexi Varela had a goal, Ella Simcoe had 1 goal, and Talia Thomason and Katie Sopper each had an assist. Brianna McKeever had 7 saves in the tie. And for Sterling, Montgomery Dram had 2 goals and 2 assists. Tony Troilo had a goal, Karina Justice had a goal, and Lily Byrne had an assist. Kara Chestnut played the first half, getting 6 saves, and Maddie Sims closed out the rest of the game, getting 8. So definitely, these two teams throughout the season have had so much competition, so close to each other in skill. And at the end of the day, Mr. K, it's going to be what really comes down here is who can play the better defense and who can play in net the better for each team.
I think Monty's going to have to play like Monty, the outstanding player that she is. The defense has to anchor what they have to anchor out here. And it's interesting, too, as you look at the standings coming in, these are two teams, even though they've gone very far, they weren't actually at the top of the division.
Yeah, the Green Wave came in first place, in the division was 16-4 overall, 8-2 in the division. Then it was the Bulldogs, 9-2 overall, 5-4-1 in the division. And then it was the Eagles of West Deptford coming in at 12-4-4 overall, 4-3-3 in the division. It was Sterling who was 10-7-2 overall and 4-4-2 in the division. In the series, West Deptford leaves 13-8-2. The last game, again, these two tied, and earlier in the year, West Deptford won 3-2. And Sterling has won 5 of the last 8 games between these two teams. So been pretty even throughout the years, Mr. K.
Well, it comes down to a coin toss sometimes. You just saw there on your screen, Sterling won the coin toss, and they have elected to defend the goal to our left, which is what I would have chose to do as well. So they're going to fight the wind and the sun for the first 40 minutes of this first half.
Yeah, great strategy there from the Lady Knights. Definitely don't want to fight those conditions in the latter half of the game, because that would definitely be crucial in moments where you need a goal or you need really just some momentum and you're fighting some of the conditions coming towards you.
And I think if you're West Deptford, on the other hand, you have to go hard and heavy, try to get as many shots on goal as you can. Again, the sun a problem, the wind a problem. So on free kicks, 30, 40, even 50 yards out, you can reach the net here.
So Sterling, a team that was really just young, unexperienced, a lot of raw talent at the start of the year. It was battling a few injuries between Simpson, Ravadas, Ireland Kay, who's obviously still out for the season, has progressed so much throughout the season, beating such a great team such as the Seneca Golden Eagles just recently. And Mr. K, we've covered this team since the very first game. Talk about how you've seen so much progression from these Lady Knights to now be in the semifinals going against such a great team such as West Deptford.
Yeah, Coach K was figuring out a lot of positioning of these girls early on in the season. They've now well established their positioning. They've learned how to play with one another, because for the first 3 years before this, Ireland K ran the middle of the field, and they lost her in the summer, and they had to learn how to play without Ireland there. We'll see what happens today. They're going to have to come up big, one of these two teams, especially early on.
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting game today. And, I mean, one of the biggest coaching games in Coach K's career. I mean, obviously, had that pretty historic coaches run, but this is so much different in terms of this is Group 2 we're talking about here, and definitely this is probably as far or maybe the furthest Coach K has gotten in his coaching career here at Sterling.
It's funny, you mentioned this field here, and Mr. Klink reminded me, it's been 10 years since the girls have played on this field, and they won the game in an upset of West Deptford. So this field has been friendly to the Sterling Lady Knights as they went on and won the South Jersey title in that season as well. And this was that field.
Sterling, just a year ago, coined the comeback kids or even the underdogs throughout a lot of the year last year, going against some great teams along the likes of the Eastern team and Ocean City, Kingsway, just so many teams that they came up and triumphed against. And now this new team trying to become those comeback kids and those underdogs here for the Lady Knights. And just such an unexperienced team, a raw team at the start of the year, as I mentioned, a team that has really completely flipped around due to a lot of their younger players.
And West Deptford knows they won the last meeting when they played here in West Deptford. It was at the park, so they're going to come into this game with a lot of confidence as well. As you look at their goalie there, Dan, going back in their pink.
Yep, that's Brianna McKeever. Again, 123 saves on the season for her. Just a great player, just a sophomore. McKeever got the starting job this year, has been pretty phenomenal for the West Deptford Eagles as we're just getting ready to start here. I'm Daniel Leakin, joined by Tad Kazaneski in this beautiful Monday afternoon here at West Deptford. The sun is shining bright on the field today here for some semifinal Group 2 action between the Sterling Silver Knights and the West Deptford Eagles. So we're just getting ready to start here, waiting for the signals from both goalies. And here we go. We are off here in semifinal action as West Deptford's going to start with possession, sending this one in deep into Sterling territory. Molly Hoffaker on that side battling. Definitely going to have a lot to deal with today, and she gets beaten. West Deptford trying to get an early shot on goal. That one gets behind Sims. It's going to be a goal kick here for the Lady Knights.
And again, that's the strategy, I think, if you're West Deptford. With the wind and the sun, you have to get as many shots near the net as possible.
Again, Sims got that game-winning goal for the Lady Knights in PKs against the Seneca Golden Eagles. Just a great moment for her. Been outstanding all season, 217 saves on the season for the junior goalkeeper, as Elise Simpson, the captain's going to be the one to send this away.
Yeah, interesting story about Elise and the penalty kicks with her mom.
Yeah, I did, and her mom got a little nervous during the penalty kick. She couldn't even watch, and I see her sprinting up to myself in the announcer's booth and hide behind the door in the booth up by the turf, and a very funny experience. I was a little nervous as I was getting sprinted at by Mrs. Simpson. But now Sterling trying to get possession. It's going to be a couple throw-ins here for West Deptford.
Again, the boys will be on this field tomorrow. We'll have that game for you. Their game is 2 o'clock tomorrow, Danny.
And really funny how the cards kind of played out, Mr. K. Both teams, Sterling team's the 4 seed, both West Deptford teams the 1 seed, playing just a day apart, pretty much at the same time in the semifinals of both Group 2 tournaments. And again, just funny how the cards kind of played itself out. But now Tony Troilo trying to seep past this West Deptford defense. She's taking it along the far side, sprinting with a lot of pace, getting trailed from behind. Has Lily Byrne streaking on the other side. Quickly cut off there by the West Deptford defense. That's a great play on that back line by number 24, Sobeski.
It's amazing what Troilo's been able to do for this offense this season. When she gets taken off, she has good ball control and can really move. Nice defensive play there by the Eagles.
It's going to be Taylor Baker, the one to throw it in here for the Lady Knights. She gets it over towards Troilo. Troilo, with the girl on her back, gets it taken away from her. Nice defensive play there by the Eagles. Dram plays this one back in for the offense. West Deptford's going to approach it first with Tony Troilo on the back. And now West Deptford moving with quite a lot of pace here. It's going to be Riley Walsh, the sophomore. Gets pressed there by Cami Rivadis. Nice play there. They're coming right towards my announcer's booth here. That one hitting the wall we built in front.
Thank you.
It's going to be Riley Walsh, going to be the one to throw it for the Eagles.
That's why we built that wall for a reason.
Yeah. Simpson settles it, looking to send this one away. Keeps it in, looking for Tony Troilo. Troilo plays it on a hop, has to try and get past the defender. Nicely played there by Delaney to push Troilo off the ball, but it will be a Sterling throw-in.
You can really see as we turn the camera to the right how the sun is a big factor looking this way.
Troilo taking it along the far side, looking for a cross in. Nice play there by Delaney to try and strip Troilo of the ball. Troilo trying to keep this one in. Playing it in the corner. She pushes past Delaney, trying to push towards the net, getting pressured from another West Deptford defender. A big opportunity there for Troilo, but nice defense by the Eagles.
It's amazing she got herself that wide open with her back into the corner. Well done by Troilo.
Rivadis to Byrne. Byrne passing into the middle, looking for Dram. This one chipped out. This will be a throw in here for the Lady Knights. Rivadis trying to find Byrne once again. It gets to the foot of Troilo. Troilo trying to peel away. Delaney pressuring. Tony keeps it in. Facing Delaney on her back, trying to center it, looking for Dram. Dram trying to apply the pressure. This one goes out on West Deptford. So it'll be a throw in here once again for the Lady Knights.
Sterling can run a couple minutes down here on this side of the field. That'll be a big help in this game.
But now, West Deptford now trying to apply the pressure. This one hit forward by Molly Hoffaker.
It doesn't really come up well at home, I'm sure, but you can see when that last ball went up in the air, it started spinning and started coming back. Here's a break.
And here's a break here for the West Deptford Eagles. Maddie Sims charging out of the net. She's going to try and kick this one away. She does. Nice decision making there from Maddie Sims as a charging Ella Simcoe was running full speed towards the net, and that's West Deptford's leading scorer, Mr. K.
Yeah, got to keep an eye on her for sure.
So a throw in here by West Deptford. Played well on the far sideline. Sterling trying to intercept, trying to disrupt this West Deptford offense, but now Simcoe peeling away from Molly Hoffaker. Gets help from Elise Simpson. Simcoe trying to fire one on net. Nice save there by Maddie Sims.
Good quick turnaround. Good positioning there for Sims.
Simcoe making her presence known on the field so far. Freshman against freshman on the far side between her and Molly Hoffaker.
Yeah, she's going to be a problem in future years for sure if you're a Sterling fan.
So now West Deptford trying to send this one the other way. It's going to be Lexi Varela taking it on the close side here. Simpson playing good defense, gets this one up to Rotan. Rota is going to send it the other way, looking for Adriana Zazada.
Tell you what, Rota's had a real nice year from her defensive position. She's stopped a lot of problems that they've had throughout the season.
Lily Byrne charging full speed ahead, met by Delaney. She chips this one up for Troilo. Troilo trying to peel away from the defender. Airtight defense by Sobeski. Dram, one-on-one where she's most dangerous, trying to get it over to Zazada. She slips. So now West Deptford trying to move with the ball, gets it back over towards Dram. Dram can't get it. West Deptford trying to move with pace here. Shinseki applying pressure, but this one gets dumped in. Looking for Simcoe. Gets over to the far side where it looks like O'Loughlin's going to play. She gets it over towards Simcoe. Simcoe putting a shot on goal. This one almost getting in. A nice play there by Cami Rivadis. Sterling still needs to play some good defense here. Another shot on goal. That one almost going in. That one stays out.
But we're not getting any signal yet.
Not getting any signal from the ref.
Wow, that's a huge... Right now we're getting a stop of the clock here for a second.
It looks like a talk over with the refs here.
This is a big call.
Definitely an early momentum moment here.
You have the linesman who had the best angle. He's the one with the baseball hat on the far side of the field. A good job by the officials to talk here.
So awaiting the official signal here by both of the refs. Still no sign. Looks like the ref's going to go talk it over.
I'm assuming he's going to drop the ball here. Yeah, it's no goal.
So it's no goal here between these two teams. Maddie Sims making the collection. That one crept past her after a hit bar down on the goalpost, but it's not in, and we're still here with the 0-0 game to start. So now Zazada. Sterling trying to go back on the offensive here. A nice chip over to Tony Troilo. She has Taylor Baker to her left, has a couple of defenders surrounding her. So she plays it back towards Baker. It'll be a throw in here for West Deptford. West Deptford controlling a lot of the possession so far in this game. Doing a good job of pressuring the Sterling defensive line, who's rather unexperienced. Sims sending this one out of bounds. It'll be a throw in here for West Deptford.
Again, your attitude if you're Sterling here is try to leave this half nothing at worst. In West Deptford, you are just trying to continue to put the ball in the net. As you can see, the wind pushes that out of bounds.
So it'll be a free kick here, or excuse me, a goal kick here for Maddie Sims, but it looks like Simpson's going to take it for the Lady Knights.
I want to thank the West Deptford Athletic Department here for hooking us up, getting us out here. They actually gave us a golf cart ride to help us get going, so thank you very much to West Deptford for all the help.
Yeah. It was very helpful because the walk up here would have been pretty treacherous for myself and Mr. K.
Yes. Long walk.
So Sterling still trying to play some tight defense. Rhoda gets beat. Revadis gets beat. Now trying to take a charge towards the goalie is West Deptford, but a nice block there by Simpson and a nice clear there by Shinseki, looking for Adriana Zazada. Zazada getting it back towards Byrne. Byrne trying to chip it forward for Zazada, just a little bit too far, and West Deptford's going to play it. O'Loughlin trying to chip it in here for the Eagles. That one goes out of bounds. Will be a throw in here for the Lady Knights. So about 32 minutes and 25 seconds down or left in this first half. Sterling almost had a near mistake, but now trying to go back on the offensive. Tony Troilo with some speed, has a defender to beat, trying to chip her way past her, and she does. But a nice closeout by the defender right there. That's Sobeski. Troilo gets the ball stripped away from her. Great defense there, and it gets chipped out of bounds. Now West Deptford trying to go back on the offensive. They keep it in here. Looks like Varela trying to move it to the middle.
You're right. That was an outstanding defensive play. That looked like it was going to be trouble.
Dram has it in midfield. Dram with some room to work, trying to move her way past this West Deptford defense. Dram trying to take a shot on goal. That one going over the crossbar. So an early opportunity there for the Lady Knights with about 31 minutes and 40 seconds to play here in this first half. But we stay 0-0.
That's the young lady you have to watch if you're West Deptford. You can't let her play in space because she can score from 30, 35 yards out.
So it'll be a kick here for West Deptford.
She also brings in some impressive numbers into this game, Danny.
She definitely does. As I mentioned pre-game, 18 goals, 6 assists, 42 points for Montgomery Dram this season. The Monmouth commit making a statement in her junior year. So now Taylor Baker trying to move it along the far side, blocked by West Deptford. She's trying to get the positional advantage and keep this one in, and she does. But it's turned over, and now the Eagles are trying to move here in transition.
I think Taylor Baker's been a nice surprise for this team as well, a first-year starter.
Yeah, has done a great job on that far side. Has a goal in this play. Actually, has 2 goals in this playoff series. Excuse me. Scored one in the opening round, and then another one against Seneca off of a free kick from Elise Simpson.
And yeah, I was going to say, that's where she'll really pay off. Tall young lady on restarts.
So now here, West Deptford trying to put a shot on goal. Bobbled for a minute by Maddie Sims, but she makes the collection. And now looking to send Sterling the other way.
And you can see how she has to shade her eyes. If I'm taking a shot, if I'm West Deptford, I'm trying to get it up in the air. I want it at least 10 yards up in the air if I can get it.
Because of the
sun. Yep. And the wind's going to play some havoc with it as well.
As I mentioned, 69 degrees, no clouds in the sky. Sun is absolutely shining down on this beautiful West Deptford field. Around 20 minutes away from Sterling, we had to travel to go face these Eagles. As we mentioned, a big divisional battle. These teams separated by just one place in the conference this year. West Deptford got 3rd place as Sterling got 4th. Now this one creeping in the middle, blocked there by Cami Revadis. A nice block on the West Deptford shooter. That looked like that was Lexi Varela. who's already applied a lot of pressure to the Sterling team so far in this one. This one crossed towards the middle. Sims has to make the diving play and does. A lot of pressure on this Sterling defensive line, but they hold up, keeping this game 0-0 with about 10 minutes down in this first half.
So you look at Cammie, she's more than just the homecoming queen. She's made 2 really big-time defensive plays in this game.
So this one skied up towards Zazada, pressured from behind by the Eagles. They kick this one forward. Looks like Varela is going to try and lead Simcoe. This one crossed out by Elise Simpson. Brooke Rhoda knocks this one down as Varela has it back at her feet once again. A junior with the captain's band on, not something we see very often. Try to get it to the back post. This one just going wide as Rhoda makes the smart play to clear it over towards Lily Byrne, and Lily Byrne gets it out.
You can really see how Varela is very creative with ball movement, and especially when she gets in space. Very impressed what I've seen out of her.
So it'll be a throw in here for the Eagles as they throw this one in here to no one, and Simpson just knocks it right back out.
Tell you what, West Deptford's had some very good scoring opportunities, and so far Sterling has weathered the storm.
Varela with Revatus on her back, peeling away, trying to cross this one towards the middle. She gets it down, looking for a shot on goal here. It's blocked. Federico back to Varela and back to Federico. She's trying to get to the ball before it goes out, and that one trickling out of bounds. So it'll be a goal kick here for the Lady Knights.
Give an idea of the scoreboard there here. They are running the scoreboard.
Let's go, Wayne. Let's go, kid. Let's go, Tom. Let's go.
Not that I can actually see it, but
it says about 28 minutes and 11 seconds here in this first half. Again, 0-0 to score between these two teams. West Deptford having the majority of chances so far, but Sterling with a little bit of offense of their own.
And it was almost predictable if you're just tuning in. The sun to the right and the wind is blowing right to left.
Nora Radish, the freshman, trying to pounce on the ball. This one trickling past Troilo, though. And now West Deptford looking to go the other way. Nice play there by Cammie Revatus up to Rhoda. Rhoda gets pressured from 2 players and stays in West Deptford possession. Looks like Simcoe has it at her feet. Simcoe getting pressured by Montgomery Dram, 2 of the points leaders on both of their respective teams, going at it against each other. This will be a throw in here for West Deptford, played by the Lady Knights. Looks like it's going to be a foul on the Lady Knights. It'll be a free kick here for West Deptford.
Now again, with the wind, you can reach here. The advantage for Sterling, though, this is away from the sun. There's about the distance. You'll get the shot here.
So looks like Varela going to send this one in here for West Deptford. Quickly scooped up by Maddie Sims, and she stays solid in net.
Again, it's more of a problem if it's coming from this side of the field. If you elevate a shot, it's going to be very hard for the goaltender to see.
So once again, Maddie Sims skying it towards the middle. West Deptford defender falls down, so Zazada trying to use her speed to get there. Kind of winds away from the ball, but Montgomery Dram causing a turnover, and Dram moving with speed. Dram with 1 defender to beat, chips it past her. Dram with some room, trying to put this one on net, and she doesn't get it. So close, so rare that we see a Montgomery Dram miss opportunities like those. And this game stays 0-0.
I think everyone on the Sterling sidelines thought that was going in. We were actually shocked when it didn't. That's what a good player she's been this year. What a play. I think West Deptford very fortunate that didn't go in.
Grade A opportunity there for the Lady Knights. Both teams with their fair share of chances so far. Somehow this game has stayed 0-0 throughout all of it. So now this one played back towards Revatus. Revatus playing it on a hop. A nice pass there to Lily Byrne. Byrne keeps it at her feet,
nice.
Chipping this one forward for Tony Troilo. Nice play there by the sophomore Lily Byrne. Troilo moving with some speed, pressured by Delaney. She cuts back. Nice play there by Troilo. Troilo trying to look to cross, looking for an open player, trying to get it towards Dram. That one cut off there by the Eagles. Now they're trying to move forward with Varela. Nice play there by Revatus as she stays length with Varela. This one crossed towards the middle. Hoffaker going to be the first to play it. She's getting pressured by that West Deptford team. It looks like it's Katie Sopper on that side, and that one goes out of bounds.
It's amazing how evenly matched these two teams are. If you look at the goals scored and goals given up for each team, very close coming into this one.
West Deptford only giving up 21 goals, scored 47. Sterling giving up 41 goals Sterling giving up 27 goals and scoring 41 this year.
Very similar.
Very. So now West Deptford moving up the field, getting it to the far side, looking for a cross. Hoffaker trying to close out. A nice pass towards the middle. Doesn't get to the West Deptford player. Byrne looking to cross this one out and does. That one looked like it was intended for Addie Franza.
Tell you what an enjoyable game. Both teams going right at it.
offense galore between these two teams, and I mean, Sterling definitely playing some solid defense to start in this one. Revada's trying to pressure Varela. She crosses this one to the far post. That one goes out of bounds.
And I think this is the area, like you kind of see the angle we're broadcasting from here. If you can get a shot from this side of the field and get it up in the air, that's the one the goaltender is going to have trouble with. Yeah, I can speak.
24 minutes and 30 seconds left in this first half. Nothing to score, but chances galore between these two teams. West Deptford having a fair share of the possession time so far, but Sterling definitely with their big play ability trying to get one into the back of the net. Tony Troilo applying pressure here. Sun is definitely beating down, so she's definitely feeling the effects of that. Shinseki also applying pressure here. Dram trying to close out as well, but they kept this one up. And now the Eagles trying to take a shot on goal. That one just going wide there for what looked like Maddie Eastlack.
I like what West Deptford's doing. I just think they're shooting it from the wrong side of the field. They should be more on this side of the field. And again, you can't, make your own. You can try to make your own opportunities, but the defense, again, maybe they're steering more of the action away from the goaltender to the left. But most of the big shots have been from the opposite side of the field so far.
West Deptford, one of the most aggressive teams in South Jersey when it comes to the offensive side of the ball. They are score at all times. Not a lot of defense in that back line. That's definitely one of the weaker parts of their team.
And you kind of got a sense of that the way Monty came down and got that point-blank shot.
Monty causing a turnover here, getting it over to Zazada. Zazada looking for Dram. She does. Dram trying to push it forward back to Zazada. A nice pass. Zazada looking to cross this one in the middle. Nobody home. West Deptford looking to work in transition. Now Shinseki applying the pressure. She gets beat towards the outside by Riley Walsh. Shinseki trying to stay with her. Walsh trying to advance. What looked like Addie Franza, but that one goes out of bounds. So a throw in here for Revadis, one of the captains here for this Lady Knights team, along with Simpson and Ireland Kay. This one hit by Franza, and now this one's chipped forward by Varela. Sims comes out of her crease, and she makes the easy collection.
So we're just about halfway through this, and still a long way to go if you're Sterling fighting this wind and sun.
This one chipped forward here for Tony Troilo. She gets hit by Delaney. Whistle blows, and it'll be a free kick here for the Lady Knights. Definitely the right call there. There's not a lot of an attempt was made for the ball, but caught Tony Troilo instead by Riley Delaney.
One of those offensive spark plugs in Troilo, and now the big kick here for Simpkins. I can say Simpkins.
Simpson, a goal and assist and 3 points this year, but definitely has had a lot more of an impact than what the stat sheet shows as she raises the arm looking to cross this one in here for the Lady Knights. She lets a big kick go, looking towards the middle where Troilo is looking for that back post. A big opportunity for the Lady Knights, and it's kept out there by the West Deptford Eagles. A big opportunity there for Adriana Zazada, who's been all over the place here in this playoff run, but she cannot cash in. And yet another opportunity for the Lady Knights, and they can't get it in the back of the net.
And remember, that kick was into a pretty strong wind, and they just missed that.
So Paige Harmon checking in the game here for the Lady Knights. Actually just had eye surgery not too long ago, so she missed the last 2 games, but is back here in the semifinals to face West Deptford. Arm is raised and ready to kick this one away as Dram. This one played well by the Eagles. Nora Radic trying to play step and step in that back line. This one chipped forward for West Deptford. It's going to reach the foot of Emma Simka. Oh, only 2 girls to beat here for the Lady Knights, including Maddie Sims. Nice play there by Molly Hoffaker, but this one played back by West Deptford. There's a streaker going towards the net. They fire it, and that one just going wide there for the Eagles. So a good play in transition, but they cannot capitalize.
And again, they get a shot from the side of the field that the goaltender, Maddie, can see. She can see looking to her left. Looking to her right is going to be the problem. You can see how quick in transition the Eagles are. That was super quick.
Yeah, very smooth in transition, making a lot of nice passes. Not a lot of turnovers from the Eagles. They're very precise. But Sterling definitely knew what beast they were going against as we were just approaching halfway through this first half here. Nothing to score between these two teams as this one played by West Deptford. Cleared away by Cami Revadis, looking up for Adriana Zazada. Zazada looking to chip this one over towards Troilo as they approach our announcer's booth, and this one chipped out by Lily Burns. Will be a throw in here for Franza.
Looks like early on, West Deptford controls the middle. They're doing subs. That's what that whistle was for. Looks like early on, West Deptford is controlling the middle of the field, but Sterling is controlling that front line of their offense. Still not ready. 2 balls on. Last I checked, we can only play with 1 ball in the field.
But it's...
Thank you.
So it'll be Addie Franza that want to throw this one in here. Nicely played there by Harmon. Keeps it at her feet. Harmon wrestling there, but she can't get possession, and now Varella's going to move up with it. Nice play there by Barbados, but West Deptford keeps the ball in front of him. Elise trying to attack up.
Ooh.
That's definitely a physical play, and it'll be a free kick here for West Deptford. That just happened right outside of the box.
And now this is the area that the Sun's going to be in play.
So Elise Simpson definitely trying to argue her point. Ref decision was made, so a free kick here for West Deptford. Such a big opportunity. It'll be Talia Thomason, the one to take it for the Eagles. A 3-girl wall in front of her.
I think the key is, can you get it up in this top right corner?
Maddie Sims directing traffic in the net. Thomason with the captain's band on. One of these seniors for West Deptford.
If you bend it too, it's going to bend a little bit with this wind even more.
Whistle blows. This one taking a shot on goal. Maddie Sims makes the save. They went the opposite of what you were talking about there, Coach Gay, and this game stays 0-0.
Yeah, I'd want to go a little more to the right and have the wind push it, maybe hook it back in a little more.
Big kick there from Maddie Sims facing the wind. Nicely played by West Deptford. Dram trying to push up and play in the midfield.
That head ball knocked the poor girl over.
Yeah, powerful kick from Maddie Sims. This one played on the foot of Simpson. Simpson going out and kicking this one over towards Tony Troila. Delaney's the first one to it. She works it back to Sobieski. This one played towards the midfield. Zazada there to play defense. Dram also pushing up, but this one sent back into the Sterling defensive line.
Nice touch.
Very nice touch on that far side. This one gets over to Varela. Varela facing Revadis in her face. Trying to get across on this one. Sims makes the collection.
But again, Varela's a problem there, Danny. Varela gets around the edge. Luckily, Sterling goaltender held the angle.
Sims been stellar in this first half so far, especially when they needed her to be, with about 17 minutes and 25 seconds left here in this first half. The 1 seed against the 4 seed, West Deptford versus the Lady Knights, something we've seen 2 times already this year. West Deptford winning the first and then both teams tying the second, but this the third matchup of the 2. Sterling looking for that 3rd time's a charm magic, and West Deptford looking for yet another win over the Lady Knights.
Yeah, in the game we had on our football stadium complex, Sterling got out to an early 2-0 lead because I think Sterling may be a little bit quicker, and on the turf, that became a big factor.
It went 2-0 to 2-2, and then 4-2 to 4-4. And that's how that game went, completely back and forth, 2 goals apiece every time. And this game, we're not seeing as much high-scoring action between these 2 teams to start.
But it is an offensive game for sure.
So now West Deptford trying to work it into the Sterling defensive line. Nice moves there by Simcoe as she somehow stays with possession, putting a shot on goal. Nice save there by Maddie Sims.
You could see how Maddie came out from her line. She was a good 6 to 8 yards out of the net and made a good save. Broke down that angle.
Maddie Sims, what a player she is so far in this matchup, being one of the key players for these Lady Knights team. This one played off of Byrne. Byrne trying to chip this one back, but it's going to be a turnover here to West Deptford. They try and play this one to the outside. No West Deptford player home as Hoffaker has a little bit of time. She gets a touch looking to clear this one away. Played well by West Deptford. Nice play there by Radish to get this out towards Rhoda. Back to Radish. Radish trying to push forward. She's pushed off the ball. A nice touch there. And now West Deptford back in transition. They take a shot on goal and a nice save there. Once again by Sims.
Sometimes that can handcuff the goaltender when it scoots about 4 or 5 feet in front of the goaltender. Good job again by Sims.
Sims kicking this one once again. Definitely working the leg this half. She's been goal kicks galore, and now Tony Troilo finally advancing into the offensive zone here for the Lady Knights. This one cut off, though, by Franza. Kicked forward here by the Eagles. Played well by Varela. She gets it in the middle. Looking for what looks like Riley Walsh. She sends this one to the outside. Simcoe is going to be the first one to it, but that one just gets a little bit too much on it, so now Sterling back on the offensive.
Real nice surface, and then with the wind helping to push that out of bounds.
So just under 15 minutes left to play here in this first half. Nothing to score as now Dram looking to take this one in the offensive zone. Tony Troilo trying to creep past the West Deptford defense, but cannot. Dram trying to win the ball back here for the Lady Knights and does, trying to work it around. She gets it taken away from her. Trying to put a couple moves on the West Deptford defense. Still playing well there as Maddie Eastlack in the middle. Hoffaker chipping it forward for Radish. Radish chipping it forward towards Zazada. Zazada getting pressure from behind. Looks like that hit off of a West Deptford player, so it'll be in Sterling possession. So a throw in here for the Lady Knights as Radish will take it. One of the freshmen that have worked their way up to varsity. This one popped up towards the middle. Played well by Troilo. Knocked down once again. Goalie approaches. Delaney just going to clear this one away. Try to keep it in is Zazada. She gets a nice touch on it, keeps it in. Trying to cross it. That one hitting off of a West Deptford player. So now Sterling in the offensive zone.
Looks like they'll go for a sub here too, Danny.
So it will be a sub for both teams here. The Lady Knights subbing on Allison Brown.
Tell you what, Brown's had a good job offensively this year when she's come into the game off the bench. She brings some energy.
Yeah, she definitely does. Definitely one of the smaller players in figure, but in terms of energy, she brings a big impact. It's now Troilo trying to move out to the outside. Has Allison Brown as an outlet, getting swarmed by a sea of green. She gets that one taken away from her. Delaney has it. So there'll be a throw in here for West Deptford.
Nice defense there.
They toss this one in. Revatus one-on-one here with Varela. Brown pressuring as well. Brown trying to play on her backside as now Varela has it with a little bit of room and taking her time. Brown with a nice step. Varela gets the ball back. Brown still trying to pressure. Revatus with a nice pass to Harmon. Harmon trying to advance Troilo. Troilo looked like she wasn't ready for it. And now this one cleared away by West Deptford, trying to keep it in as Rhoda, but now they creep past it. West Deptford on the offense on that far side. West Deptford moving with a ton of pace. That looks like it's Federico. Federico trying to cross this one towards the middle. Nicely cleared away by Elise Simpson. Playing some good damage control there, which was a big opportunity there for the West Deptford Eagles.
Gives the defense a chance to reset.
So West Deptford with a throw-in. Looking towards the close side. Rhoda makes a nice play, gets it past Dram. So West Deptford with a little bit of room now. It'll be Talia Thomason. She moves with Dram in front of her. Brown comes out, trying to pressure. Thomason getting into some space, trying to cross it towards the middle, playing it to the outside. That one just goes wide.
Are we looking at goal kick here? I think we're looking at a goal kick. And now we're going to get some subs. As we'll give you a time check here. What do we got here, Danny?
So we have 12 minutes and what looks like 23 seconds left. Oh, no, excuse me. That was 12 minutes exactly. So it'll be 12 minutes left in this first half.
That gives you an idea for people at home how bright it is.
It is
here.
very bright. I'm wearing sunglasses. I can barely see what the scoreboard says. So time definitely ticking away. Again, as Mr. K said at the start of this half, Sterling, at worst, looking for a 0-0 going into the second half.
Oh, they'll take that. West Deptford needs to get a goal in.
So the Eagles looking to apply some pressure. Walsh to the outside looking for Varela. Varela with Dram next door.
Varela's the one to watch with the armband on. She's tough.
Thomason moving out. Has Brown next to her. Brown trying to play some tight defense on Thomason, taking away the pass. She gets it off anyway, but nice defense by Brown nevertheless, as now it'll be a corner kick for West Deptford.
Now this is a good one. If you have somebody with the right foot, you're going to get some push from the wind. You're going to be able to hook it towards the net. So you got to be careful on the long side if you're Sims, on the far side.
So 11 minutes, half number one, 0-0 to score. The first corner kick for West Deptford. Emma Sobeski going to take it for West Deptford. She takes a couple steps back, raises the arm, and she's ready to kick this one away here. She's definitely looking for that back post, looking for an open West Deptford player. Nice defense there by Taylor Baker. A nice clear there by Monty Dram. This one played down by Delaney. Sterling definitely trying to apply the pressure now. Tony Troilo trying to outspeed Delaney, but this one cleared back in by West Deptford looking for Varela. West Deptford trying to keep up the offense here as they get it back on their feet, trying to pressure the Sterling defensive line. Nice play there by Simpson looking for Taylor Baker. Baker trying to use her speed to get there. She keeps it in. Back to Baker. Baker going to chip this one up towards Troilo. Troilo versus Delaney, something we've seen a ton throughout this first half, is Troilo trying to advance Allison Brown. She chips it back towards the middle. Nobody home there And now Sterling back on the defensive. Cami Rivera sending a ball just this way. Trickles over to me. I make the nice play. Hand it to the little ball girl.
What do you say when the goalie makes a save? I say save. What do you say? What's the word you use when the goalie makes a save? Use a word.
Grab?
Not a grab. A collection.
Collection.
Good collection by Danny.
That was a nice collection.
Good job. Oh, there's Miss Simpkins.
Simpkins.
I said it again. Simpson.
I unfortunately didn't fumble it like Connor Strauss did last year. Yeah.
You made a good collection there.
So now West Deptford trying to push the offense once again. Varela out towards the middle looking for Thomason. Thomason with some room trying to fire this one on net. Nicely blocked there by the Lady Knights, and Rota has the ball on her foot looking to advance these Lady Knights. Cut off there.
Time is Sterling's friend though right now.
Yeah, with about what looks like 9 minutes and 7 seconds left here in this first half. West Deptford trying to put a couple moves on Shinseki on that far side, makes her miss. Trying to cut this one towards the middle. Cut off there by the Lady Knights. Now this one creeps out to the outside. This is a shot on goal, and Sims makes the save.
Good job defensively to kind of cut down the angle on that shot, and then Sims was able to make yet another save.
Sims sending this one towards Delaney. Delaney hits it. Zazada hits it. This one looking for Troilo. This one batted down by West Deptford. They turn, and now they're back on the offensive once again. Nice play by Rhoda to deflect. Baker skying this one back in. This one creeps back towards Shinseki. Shinseki just kicking this one back to midfield. A bit of pinball going on between these two teams.
I think if you're Sterling, just get it out of the zone, even if you have to kick it out of bounds. Get the halftime 0-0.
Yeah, not a lot of pressure coming from Sterling's side. A nice kick. This one's going to be scooped up by Sims, and yet another goal kick here.
And that's going to be the difference. You're not going to see that go any other way with the wind the way it's going. You can do that from right to left, but not left to right.
So Sims firing this one back. Trying to get something started for the offense. A big, powerful kick from Sims. But now West Deptford once again pressuring. And Sterling finally chipping it into the offensive zone. Trying to use their speed, and they break through. Tony Troilo trying to get a touch on the ball. Nicely approached there by McKeever.
She made a big save there. That could have been trouble for West Deptford.
Sterling, Mr. K, I mean, as a baseball coach, I'm going to make a little bit of a reference. Sterling reminds me a little bit more of like the Phillies in terms of they try and go for the big play,
yes,
while West Deptford plays a little bit more of small ball.
Correct. That's a great analogy.
So West Deptford having it on the far side now, trying to cross it towards the middle. They kick it back to the far side. This one popped up. Lady Knights looking to play. Hits off of Rhoda. Almost trickles towards center field, and now Taylor Baker gets it there. And Tony Troilo has a girl on her back, looking around, trying to move this one up here for the Lady Knights. Oh! She gets tackled by Delaney, and a foul is called. Delaney versus Troilo has really been the matchup to watch here in this first half.
Now if you're Sterling, take as much time as you can here.
Back here, wait when you get it.
So here's Simpson. As we're taking a look at around 6 minutes and 30 seconds left here in this first half. Sterling playing some great defense throughout the first half, while West Deptford has really pushed the gas pedal on these Lady Knights. Simpson raises the arm. Whistle blows.
That actually helps Sterling. They want the ball back on the other side of midfield. Or run some clock. That's fine though. Run some clock.
So Simpson takes a few steps back in some displeasure.
I'm telling you, run the clock. That's fine.
With about just around 6 minutes exactly. She's ready to sky this one away here for the Lady Knights. A big kick there from Simpson. Gets over Thomason. Nicely played by West Deptford. Baker trying to keep this one in. Very physical on that far side. Brown going one-on-one with Sopper here. She gets pushed to the ground. It'll be a throw in here for the Lady Knights. A big crowd here for West Deptford, as we see a ton of parents, maybe a couple students out here for the Eagles.
Got to get a free kick here. Now again, this is into the wind.
Simpson trying to get the Sterling offense jump-started here against these West Deptford Eagles. She raises the arm, getting ready to kick this one away for the Lady Knights. Simpson with a nice kick, looking for the front post. That one hits off the crossbar. Simpson definitely trying to check out the leg there. That one almost going in, but it hits off the crossbar. Almost more of a trick shot, trying to get that one in the net there, but deflects off the crossbar, and we still have a 0-0 game with around 5 minutes left to play.
That was as close as it comes. Very well hit by Simpson.
So now West Deptford has it back on their feet. Sterling trying to pressure Harmon. Playing well in the middle. Maddie Sims coming out of her line. Bobbles it, but makes the overall collection.
Take your time.
Hell of a kick, Lee.
Sims directing traffic. Booms this one towards center. Trying to get a touch on it is Tony Troilo. Zazada gets the first touch. Troilo trying to hustle there, but Sobieski's the first one to get it for West Deptford. She gets this one on the far sideline looking for Simcoe. Simcoe with a little bit of room trying to advance on that far sideline, and she does. West Deptford moving with pace. Simpson there to pressure as well. She lets that one go out. It'll be Sterling possession. Time on the clock reads 4:05 as we're just approaching the end of this first half. Sterling trying to prevent West Deptford from getting one. Towards the end of this half, again, as you said, Sterling definitely trying to go into half either leading or tied with West Deptford.
Yeah, if you're just tuning in, there's a pretty strong breeze with some heavy gusts going right to left, and Sterling's had to fight that the whole first half.
Baker setting this one up for Zazada. Back to Baker. Looks like we're stopped in play here. It's going to be a throw in here for West Deptford. So time ticking down, 3 minutes, 30 seconds left in the first half.
And this is about the point in the game at home where this really bit Sterling with a late goal by West Deptford. Got to avoid that here.
West Deptford moving it towards the middle. Thomason getting pressured by Dram. She sends one on net. Sims makes the collection with 3 minutes and 10 seconds left.
Take your time.
Sims surveying, poised as she always is. Has been great with the kicks so far in this one. This one, not as much. Looking for Lily Byrne. Byrne plays it at her feet. That one stays in. Back to Revatus. Revatus looking to send this one forward. Cut off there by what looked like Riley Walsh. 2 minutes and 45 seconds left play.
Get rid of it.
Byrne surveying, finds Revatus. Revatus sending this one forward, but that one just goes out.
And again, that's fine. I think this is all about the clock right now.
So now this one played by Walsh at her feet. She dangles past Troilo. She moves up, trying to sky this one away. Played well by Simpson. That one hit out of bounds. Simpson says, what can you do there? And
now just get it out. And this is just run. You got 2:20 and counting.
It's now a throw in for West Deptford, played by Varela. Back to Walsh. Walsh with a little bit of room, surveying the field, chipping this one to the far side. It gets over to what looks like Addie Franza.
Nice
pressured
play.
well by Taylor Baker as we're just approaching the 2-minute warning here in this first half.
Got to get it across midfield if you're Sterling.
West Deptford still keeping the pressure on as Dram makes a nice play. Zazada back to Dram, and Dram moving with a ton of room. Dram getting pressured from behind. Has to make the smart decision. She chips this one up for Troilo. Troilo has it in front. One-on-one with her in the goal. She gets pressure from two people, and that one just goes wide there for Troilo. Endless opportunities to start this first half for both teams. Neither can put one on the board.
Whew. Sterling is quick as lightning getting that ball up the field and get a quality shot off. It's like the third time that's happened. Still haven't gotten it in the net.
1 minute and 20 seconds to play here in this first half. Sterling and West Deptford here in semifinal action, Group 2 playoffs, and we're at a 0-0 score here. As Montgomery Dram trying to change that, trying to keep it in this West Deptford defensive zone, and she takes a turnover. Montgomery Dram pressured from behind, whistle blows. So a big free kick here for the Lady Knights. They got a minute to play, so they definitely are trying to hurry up.
It's like Simpson's here. Simpson's going to try it.
As I mentioned, Sterling definitely more of a big play kind of team. Ref places it. Simpson ready.
He replaces it.
With about 37 seconds left, Simpson getting ready. Dram to her right. Whistle blows.
We don't know who's going. Monty's there. I guess it's going to be Simpson.
And we're not sure yet, honestly.
I think it's Simpson. We'll see.
So now Simpson raises the arm. Ready to send this one away here for the Lady Knights. She takes a shot on goal. That one just curls left. As time ticks down here in this first half. 10 seconds left. And I think that'll do it here for first half action between the Silver Knights and the West Deptford Eagles.
I think though Sterling got what they wanted, is that's going to tick out the clock, and there it is they go 0-0 scoreless into the sun and into the wind, Dan.
Yes, so 0-0 scoreless in these Group 2 semifinals between the Silver Knights and the West Deptford Eagles. Coach K fired up here for his girls as we're going to take a break, go straight to half, and we'll be right back at you guys, myself and Mr. K, for some second half action. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Sterling Channel 19 as we are back here at the grass fields at West Deptford, getting ready here for some second half action. I'm Daniel Leakin, Tad Kazaneski behind the camera, and we are happy to bring you guys the second half action. 0-0 at the end of the first. A lot of opportunities for both teams, and we're just getting ready here as both teams are ready in the huddle. A lot of opportunities from West Deptford. They controlled possession most of that first half, courtesy to Ella Simcoe, and I said Lexi Varella's name a ton in that first half.
Yeah, they're a very, very talented team, and they had some good scoring opportunities, as have the Lady Knights. Now, the Lady Knights, the difference now, second half, the wind blowing strong from their back towards the net to our right, and the sun now. Of course, it's going to be shaded behind some clouds, but eventually it might pop out a little bit. I'll tell you what, the temperature goes down, too, with that.
Oh, yeah, pretty considerably, too. It got significantly colder once the sun went down, or hid behind the clouds, I should say, for a moment. And just as you mentioned, Mr. K, the Lady Knights, chances galore, courtesy to Tony Troilo. I mean, Adriana Zazada up there a lot. Obviously, Montgomery Dram had to get involved, and we've seen a lot from both of these teams so far. Both teams searching for that first goal as we get ready for another 40 minutes of some second half action.
I'm going to give a shout out to one of the Troilos watching down in Florida, one of our graduates. Hello and welcome to the broadcast.
As Tony Troilo gets ready at center to take this one, ref checking on both the goalies to see if they're ready, waiting for the whistle, and we're off here for some second half action. Troilo back to Dram. Dram moving through center, getting it to Troilo. Troilo gets pressure from Delaney once again, and now Byrne plays it on the far side. Byrne.
It's going to be interesting to see early on if Sterling changes their tactics. Here we go.
And we're seeing a little bit of a change here, starting with a little bit more pressure. Tony Troilo chips it up for Zazada, cleared away by West Deptford.
I mean, really all we saw in that first half offensively with Sterling were some kicks and runs. You're going to get a chance now to not only kick and run, but to control the pace like West Deptford did with the wind.
Again, I compared the Lady Knights to the Phillies in a way where they kind of go for that big shot a lot of the time, as West Deptford has played a little bit more of small ball, maybe a little bit more of a Diamondbacks type of play where they really just try and work their way up the field progressively and try and get that long ball eventually.
I want to give a shout out to Mr. Strauss for helping me adjust the camera. We didn't realize that it was at a wrong setting. So in the first half, if things looked a little close and a little off, we were able to fix that. So we should be good for the second half.
Yeah, one of the more important has is first half, not a lot of action, a lot of chances, but not a lot on the scoreboard. As Delaney hits this one out, it'll be a corner kick, an early one here for the Lady Knights, Mr. K.
There's Troilo causing damage again, and we're not even a minute or two into this one, and here comes Sterling with their first opportunity. Now, if it's a left-footed kick, go for the pole on this near side. It's going to blow back in. It looks like Monty's going to take this kick.
Montgomery Dram, leading goal scorer for the Lady Knights, 18 goals, 6 assists, 42 points. She gets ready to take this one here, trying to get it to the outside. Zazada's there. West Deptford intercepts, trying to put a shot on goal. Are the Lady Knights, but West Deptford clears it, and Varela has it at her foot, getting pressured here by Revatus. Revatus staying stride and stride with Varela, but Varela pushing past with a lot of room. Varela. Revatus trying to recover. Cutting towards the middle is Varela once again. Pushing past the Sterling defensive line. Simpson gets a chip past her. She cuts back. Trying to take a shot on goal is Varela. Easy save there for Maddie Sims.
But you can see the difference in the shot like that now as compared to the first half. The first half, she had some lightning on those shots. The wind helps cut that down a little bit.
And Maddie Sims, once again, bringing the boom with that kick. As now Delaney and Troilo battling on that far side. Troilo kind of falls. Looking to drag Delaney down with her as Delaney kicks that one out. So it'll be a throw in here for the Lady Knights. Early pressure brought here by the girls. Troilo step and step with Delaney, trying to win the positional battle. Delaney kicks this one towards the middle. Now West Deptford trying to go in transition, but a big mistake there. It'll be a Sterling throw-in.
See Sterling doing a better job now with the wind behind and pushing it up, looking to really push the play here.
This one thrown in. Troilo plays it at her foot. That one goes out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick here for West Deptford. So just about 3 minutes in here to half number 2. It's both of these teams knotted up at 0. Again, a scoreless first half. A lot of opportunities for a lot of these players, but couldn't net it. Sims playing a stellar first half. Not a lot for McKeever to do, but made the necessary saves when she needed to.
I want to welcome our fans and friends watching from the West Deptford area. They actually have a field hockey game that they are broadcasting behind us, so they've asked us to send this out to the West Deptford people as well.
In the Sterling family, we are also here from Sterling is Mr. Sheehan, our superintendent. Now a big opportunity here for the Sterling. Tony Troilo trying to cut towards, put a shot on goal, trying to get that one in, and that one just goes past Adriana Zazada trying to put it in, and it just hits the net. My goodness, Mr. K. So close to her first goal there by the two attackers, but neither one could put it in the back of the net.
That's about our fourth opportunity today. The first on this side of the field where we just missed a goal. It's going to come sooner or later. The more times you knock, sooner or later it's going in.
Sun is bright now on these West Deptford girls as they try and kick this one forward. A bit of a low sailing shot meets the foot of what looks like Riley Walsh as she's going to take it up center. That's Montgomery Dram trying to apply the pressure, but now West Deptford peeling away, trying to get some pressure. This one played on the outside by Lily Byrne. Byrne chipping it forward. It'll be a throw in here for West Deptford. Almost 5 minutes down here in this first half. Just a big opportunity missed there by the Lady Knights. Troilo just skimmed it past the far post. Zazada trying to put it in on the putback, but could not. West Deptford with a throw in here. Hits off of Simpson. This one popped up, looking for Dram. That's looking for Troilo. Troilo plays it well, but that one kicked out by West Deptford. It'll be a throw in here. Oh, nope, they recover. It'll be a throw in favor of West Deptford here. Nice recovery there on that far sideline. Is this one thrown in and played by Thomason. Now it gets out to center. Back to Walsh. Nice play there by what looked like Hoffaker, and now Dram moving with some room, trying to advance up. Adriana Zazada. Zazada breaking through the defense. She's trying to move with speed. We all know she has it. She cuts back, getting it over towards Troilo. A nice interception there by Sobeski. And now West Deptford moving it out. West Deptford dribbling in a dangerous area. Sterling definitely had a little bit of time, but didn't know it. This one played by Rhoda. Approach there by Varela, and now Varela on the offensive here for West Deptford, pressured by Zazada. She takes it up, trying to push past Rhoda, and she does. Varela looking towards the middle where Simcoe resides. Played there by Simpson, a nice play by Elise. She tries to clear it, she cannot. Baker applying pressure here to Sopper. Sopper trying to push this one forward to Simcoe. Shinseki there to meet, getting a little physical on that far side is Shinseki. With Simcoe, Taylor Baker there to help as well. Shinseki one-on-one here with Simcoe, pushing that one away. Nice defensive play there by Fallon Shinseki. So a throw in here, taken by Sopper. She tosses this one in, played off the West Deptford team. Simcoe pushing past Shinseki, trying to cross this one towards the net. That one gets hit out, but it'll be a corner kick nevertheless for West Deptford.
Again, a corner kick from this side of the field, less as effective as some of the other stuff on the other side, but again, still dangerous.
So a corner kick on this near flag. Raises the arm, looking to send this one in. A bit of a low sailing shot, trying to get to the middle. This one cut off by Troilo. Troilo trying to move upfield. She's trying to push past Delaney now. She has possession, trying to move up using her blazing speed. Troilo turning on the turbochargers, pushing past Delaney, or she's trying to, getting pressured as well. Troilo pushing past, trying to move towards the net. She tries to fight off Delaney, a bit of a tackle, and that'll be a foul on Troilo.
Boy, I need oxygen on that one. Boy, Troilo.
Going coast to coast.
Almost carried it the whole way through.
Looked like a little bit of coast-to-coast action right there.
Yeah, she did a great job with that. Good defense by West Deptford there, though. Once she got near the box, they shut that down.
Riley Delaney and Tony Troilo have really been the matchup to watch so far in this game. Delaney, just a junior, and Troilo, obviously a big senior on this Sterling team, is Dram now cutting towards the middle. She's trying to advance up. Adriana Zazada, a nice pass that reaches Zazada. Offsides is called. My goodness, yet another big opportunity for the Lady Knights. McKeever coming off of her line, but offsides was called nevertheless.
And the advantage in these playoff games, you have two official linesmen who are normally referees in most cases right on the line. He called it right away.
So the arm raises. West Deptford looking to kick this one. This one gets over Varela. Revadis up to looking for Lily Byrne, but there'll be a throw in here for West Deptford. So they toss it in. Wind blowing pretty harshly now. This one played well by Simpson as she's going to send it back towards Troilo and Delaney. Troilo looking to play this one, trying to push past Delaney. Delaney doing a great job of playing some physical soccer. She chips this one back.
That was a nice play by Delaney.
Harmon approaching the ball, along with a couple other West Deptford players. As this one looks like Varela, and she's taking this one back. Sterling giving her some room. She finds a pass in the field. Looked like Thomason and then to Walsh. Walsh moving up the far sideline, pressured by Revetis. She kicks this one towards the middle. Simcoe with Simpson on her back. She pushes past Simpson. Simcoe trying to move. She's hit from behind and a foul is called. Simpson a little slow to get up, but I think she's just okay.
It's going to be just outside the box, probably 22 yards away.
Varela around the ball. So is Simcoe. Two of the better goal scorers for this West Deptford team. Simcoe, 14 goals, 34 points. Varela, 8 goals, 25 points. It's going to be Simcoe, the freshman. A big shot on her foot here with about 30 minutes to play in the second half. She's ready. She puts a shot on goal, trying to get it past Sims. Sims bobbles it, makes the collection. A nice save there by Sims, stopping the freshman scorer, Ella Simcoe, keeping this one 0-0 with about 30 minutes left to play here in half number 2.
That was a smart shot by her, too. Kept it low into the wind, and it stayed real low to the ground, almost got by her. And you can see the difference in the kick. I mean, there's the kick now. That's almost gone the whole field out of bounds.
Yeah, wow. And Sims's kicks were powerful before, Mr. K, but now with the travel with the wind, that just went from one side of the field to the other.
Against the wind, she could just about get midfield. That one was about 70 yards in the air, then bounced and took off. So we're 0-0, second half.
About 29 minutes, 30 seconds left to play in half number 2. Taylor Baker trying to apply some pressure. This one goes back to Rhoda. Rhoda having a little bit of time, but turns the ball over once again. Sterling being a little bit too quick with their decisions. It's kind of been the downfall of them so far in this one. As now West Deptford trying to move up with pace. Simcoe with an outlet, pushes past Shinseki. Shinseki trying to stay on Simcoe. She breaks towards the middle, looking for a shot. Simpson there. As a Sterling defender slips and falls, a shot being taken, but an easy collection by Maddie Sims.
Yeah, big difference on this side of the field. Not as much on those shots. Now again, we'll keep an eye on the punt here. Let's see if she takes something off this punt.
So Sims taking her time.
I mean, look at this. This is a good 65.
Punt by Maddie Sims, as this one's played well by Delaney and now pushed back out to center field where Burns trying to pressure. I'd say, Mr. K, Sterling really started off this half, I'd say probably the first 5 minutes with a lot of possession, but now West Deptford starting to take control as they did in that first half, but now Tony Troilo trying to get something kick-started here for the Lady Knights. She turns on the turbochargers. Crossed out there by Delaney. It'll be a throw-in here for the West Deptford.
Good effort, just like you mentioned. Sterling just not quite able to get it going deep near the box thus far. West Deptford's defense doing a nice job in controlling the middle of the field.
So 13 goals combined in the first 2 games between these two teams. In this one, we are stuck at a stagnant 0-0, but now a big opportunity for Zazada. She has it on her foot, crossed out by West Deptford. A sliding McKeever grabs it. No, that's still out.
Alive, yeah.
Troilo out to Byrne. Byrne trying to chip this one up, but that one's going to go out of bounds.
It looked like a rugby scrum going on over there.
I lost track of the ball as we only have one camera here, ladies and gentlemen, so across the field is kind of a blur from where our vantage point is.
And the advantage is you have your referee. He's about the 18. You got the linesman who can jump in and make a call too, and they both agreed that there was no complete collection of the ball. Boy, it got me saying collection now.
Well, I think it's a good way to describe a lot of those easy scoops. They just collect it. They don't really save it.
Good idea.
So this one kicked out by Revetis. Sterling really kind of running a tight ship today. Not a lot of substitutions. We've seen Nora Radish check in this game, Paige Harmon as well, but a bit unfamiliar of what we've seen from the Lady Knights. A lot of the times they're doing a little bit more of these substitutions for some of the players.
Yeah, and that, as the game goes on, we'll see who can hold it the longer from an aerobic standpoint.
So Delaney, the throw-in here for West Deptford. Her and Troilo have been battling out all day. This one now at around center field as this one's kicked up. Nice play there by Simpson. Varela trying to move up here for West Deptford, weaves her way through a couple of Sterling defenders, gets past Revatus. Now on the far side facing Lily Byrne. A nice pass towards the middle. Excuse me, towards that far side. This one crossed. Cut off there by Simpson. Cleared out by Harmon. It's going to be played here by Troilo. Troilo trying to cut upfield, hitting it off of Delaney.
Let's give West Deptford some credit here,
Yeah.
Dan. They're doing a good job controlling the pace of this game.
All game. And again, Mr. K, just as I mentioned, I mean, Sterling's defense still holding up. It was 13 goals combined between the first two games. In this one, again, we're stuck at this 0-0 score. We're very unfamiliar between these two teams when they play.
Yeah, but they're trying to create offense, and they've had good scoring opportunities and good shots, but nobody's been able to find the back of the net.
Just under 26 minutes left to play here in this second half. Again, nothing to score here in this Group 2 semifinal game between the Sterling Silver Knights and the West Deptford Eagles, as a couple substitutions come in the game here for the Lady Knights. Again, these two teams neck and neck with each other throughout the year in the division. West Deptford 12-4-4, 4-3-3 in the division. Sterling 10-7-2, 4-4-2 in the division. And again, these two teams have been battling it out throughout the year. Again, West Deptford won the first of the two matchups, 3-2. Then they tied with Sterling 4-4.
I think Coach K just sensed kind of what you and I did, and he went for 3 or 4 substitutions there with some young ladies we have not seen in the game as of yet.
Yeah, Karina Justice, who scored the 4th goal for the Lady Knights against the West Deptford Eagles last time they played. Allison Brown and Nora Radish also coming in the game as well.
Sometimes it takes something like that to give you a spark. Somebody who's been sitting around for a while looking to make something happen.
So another throw in here by Revatus. Hits off of Brown, so it'll be a throw in for West Deptford. This one played back to Simpson. Simpson airing it out, looking for Justice. Justice, a lot of speed coming off of that bench, trying to get to the ball, but that one just trickles out of bounds.
And aren't we all looking for Justice? And there she is right there.
Yep.
One of our tech crew members does an outstanding job.
On the camera.
Yes, she does. One of my favorite. And she actually announced some of the boys' game the other day, didn't she?
She did a great job.
We'll keep her.
We'll keep her. Again, some of the whistles around us could be caused by the field hockey game going on behind us. West Deptford, pretty historically great field hockey program, has won the state championship the last 2 years, Mr. K?
That is correct. They were telling us about it. Now they're in a semifinal game behind us.
So West Deptford trying to throw this one in here. Sterling trying to apply the pressure. This one chipped up towards the middle. Shinseki gets it over her head, and now West Deptford trying to go on the attack, but that one just gets over Varela as well. Great recovery there by Shinseki. She's playing a center back spot next to Simpson.
Coach says one way, the ref says the other.
A pretty usual thing we face here. This will be a throw in here for Revatus. Once again, we've seen a couple of these in the past couple of minutes. And
I'm really
once again
surprised, Dan. Sterling has not been able to muster any offense. I thought we'd see an onslaught of offense in this second half with the wind and the kind of way the field's still. It hasn't happened. Great credit to West Deptford thus far.
Yeah, and I mean, Mr. K, you make a great point. We still have some time left to go here in the second half as Dram taking it up the field, getting pressured by a couple of West Deptford players. That one taken away. She tried to dribble through the whole team herself. Allison Brown maintaining possession here for Sterling. She's hit down by Delaney. So we're just a little bit under 23 minutes to play. Again, Mr. K referencing not a lot of offense here for the Lady Knights in this second half, and that deems to be true, unfortunately.
And West Deptford's controlled majority of this game. Good takeaway there.
Rhoda hustling, along with what looked like Maddie Eastlack. This will be a Sterling throw-in. Shinseki, the one to take it here for the Lady Knights. Finally, some play happening on this side of the field, so I don't have to squint as I look over. That one hitting off of Radish. This will be a throw-in for West Deptford. That one taken by O'Loughlin.
That's a souvenir soccer ball there.
A little bit of Radio K came out in that one. So O'Loughlin once again. Simpson to pressure. Simcoe, when that one hit out of bounds, so it'll be a throw-in for West Deptford. And West Deptford progressing down the field here, courtesy of a couple throw-ins. This one thrown over. Cut off there by Simpson. West Deptford trying to take a shot on goal over towards Sims, and Sims gets the save.
She's definitely had a good afternoon.
Yeah, Sims stellar between the pipes today. She boots this one. Looking for Justice or Brown. What a kick by Sims. As Brown trying to apply the pressure along with Justice. Sophomore, senior attacking duo. Brown just kicks that one out.
You can really see what happens when the ball hits the jet stream up there. Man, that ball took off.
Maddie Sims has had an eventful couple of games. The first playoff game, not a lot came towards her, just the penalty kick that got past her. And the second game, I mean, we all know what happens there. Sims got the game-winning goal as Radish trying to progress up the field. Whistle blows. Substitutions coming on the field here. It's going to be Tony Troilo and Adriana Zazada with just under 21 minutes left to play here in this second half.
Good job to give them a little bit of a rest.
If you're just tuning in, I'm Daniel Leakin, joined by Tad Kazaneski, who's on the camera and doing color commentary here for this semifinal Group 2 action between West Deptford and your Sterling Silver Knights. Thank you all to all our West Deptford viewers for tuning in, and obviously our normal viewers tuning in to Sterling Channel 19. Simpson settles it, trying to kick this one away, looking for Dram. Dram over pursues it. Looks like McKeever's going to come out of her net and play that one with ease.
Yeah, so far, again, both these teams relatively evenly matched. The sad thing is somebody's going home after this one today.
So now West Deptford moving up the field as we are officially halfway through this second half. 0-0 to score. Both teams looking for that first goal to try and tear themselves away from the other. Opportunities galore for both of these teams, especially in that first half. This second half been a lot more midfield based, a lot more technical. It's now Shinseki pressuring Simcoe. Senior against freshman. Simcoe been absolutely outstanding this season. Trying to use her footwork to push past Shinseki. Centering this one. Walsh trying to take a shot. Stutter steps. Trying to get it towards the outside. Sterling trying to over pursue. They break past the Sterling defensive line. Simpson over, trying to kick this one away, and she does. Well played there by Sterling.
Almost hit a home run.
May have
into the trees.
Ruffled a few feathers of the nests in the trees.
Yeah.
So be a throw in here for West Deptford. 19 minutes to play in the second half. 0-0 to score. Both goalies, both defenses playing absolutely stellar in this one. Awaiting this first goal. Dram applying pressure. This one kicked back towards McKeever. McKeever comes out of her net to play this one. Well played there by Zazada. Looks like Coach K made a little bit of a coaching adjustment as Zazada is playing more of the midfield. We saw her at attack in the first half, where Dram is now taking that position at the attacker's spot. Maybe to jumpstart some offense. Well played there by Brooke Rota. Kicked out towards Zazada. Zazada trying to play some physical soccer against Varela, but Varela gets the ball back. Kicking it up towards Simcoe. Simcoe against Rota. Back to Varela. Varela trying to take a shot on goal. That one is going to sail wide.
Wind pushed that a little away.
So, Mr. K, I think this has been a little bit less eventful of a second half compared to the first. I think West Deptford still controlled possession. Sterling's had a rougher time getting some offense started in this one compared to the first. Yeah,
I'm going to be honest with you. I really expected more out of the Sterling offense in this second half, and we really haven't seen it. West Deptford has really shut it down.
This is game 1 out of 2 where a Silver Knights team will go against West Deptford. Tomorrow we will be streaming the boys game, another semifinal game, another Group 2 game. Another 1 versus 4 seed, that game starting at 2 o'clock. If the boys win, they will without a doubt host a final playoff game between them and either of their likely opponents.
And in this game, if West Deptford wins, they will be home for the championship. Sterling needs help.
So Montgomery Dram trying to move with a lot of speed, that one just getting out of bounds. And you said it best, Mr. K. Sterling definitely needing some help with about 17 minutes to play here in half number 2.
It's one of those things you do want to push up, but you can't risk a defensive breakdown. So that, you know, I'll never question Coach K. He knows what he's doing.
Oh, yeah.
He's won many games at Haddon Township and here at Sterling.
Now this one pushed up for Montgomery Dram. Dram trying to move her way through a couple of defenders. That one cleared out. It'll be a corner kick. Sterling with a big opportunity here to cash in on this corner kick. Montgomery Dram going to be the one to take it on that far flag. Simpson coming in from the defensive line. Revatus, Rota, and Shinseki, the only three staying back here for the Lady Knights.
Now again, the problem is she's a right-footed kicker, and the wind is going to blow against her. Oh, she almost falls back. I don't know if we caught that.
She raises the arm, ready to send this one away. A nice kick, looking for that back post. And you're right, Mr. K.
It's a shame. This is where not having Ireland Kay out there, who's a natural left-footed kicker. She'd be a natural from that side because the ball would hook in and the wind would push it that much more. It's a tough kick for a right-footed kicker.
Yep. So it'll be a goal kick here for West Deptford.
I mean, if I'm thinking of the boys tomorrow, you have an option where one of your fullbacks, Dean Collins, is a left-footed natural kicker. He could do that.
We've seen him take a couple of set-piece corner kick-esque plays these past couple of games, so it'll be interesting to see what Coach Marley's thinks, but also, Mr. K, the conditions might be a little bit more different outside as well.
Yeah, I mean, if it's like this tomorrow and you get a corner kick from that corner, you're going to want to get a left-footed kicker to get it to hook in because the wind's going to push it that much more.
McKeever with a low shot. Harmon looking to play it here for Sterling. She's trying to chip Radish. This one goes between Radish's legs, and now it looks like Sopper's moving up with the ball. Sopper with some room, trying to chip forward. Nicely cut off there by Simpson. Played up. Radish and Sopper. It looked like a throw in here for West Deptford. Nicely cut off there by Zazada. She's trying to advance Troilo. Troilo needs to settle this ball as she crosses ways with Montgomery Dram. Looked like a little bit of a miscommunication.
I think she wanted Monty to take that.
Now Troilo moving up with pace. Her and Delaney cut off there by Sobeski. It'll be a throw in here for the Silver Knights. A couple of substitutions coming in. It looks like Allison Brown and Taylor Baker coming in the game here for the Lady Knights.
Taylor, a TV student, brought some life to the playoff game the other day. Good job when they get a restart with a head ball. She's a tall young lady.
This one hit off with Delaney, so another throw in from Baker, also their most powerful thrower. We see her taking throw-ins on multiple occasions. She goes up the hill for a little bit of an advantage.
And that's where it's tough. Now you come down. It's an odd feeling.
This one gets over towards Brown, cleared away by West Deptford. They're trying to go back on the offensive. Nora Radish there as well. She gets hit to the ground. Looks like Sopper with a lot of room. Rhoda also crashing in. Rhoda trying to get to this ball. Simcoe gets it, trying to kick it back towards Sopper. A nice little kick there. Some great chemistry between these West Deptford girls. As Harmon gets a chip past her. West Deptford now moving with some room. They're moving on the outside, trying to cut off there is Taylor Baker. They push it past her. This one trying to be crossed towards the middle. It gets on a West Deptford foot, and that one just sails over the crossbar. Almost a crucial mistake there for the Lady Knights with about 13 minutes and 25 seconds left in this second half. But Sterling does come out to tail the tale. We're still here 0-0.
West Deptford has controlled it here, and they almost got that one in. That could have been disastrous for this one. If anyone can get a goal in the next couple minutes, it's going to be huge. Time winding down.
So Simpson raises the arm ready here for the Lady Knights. She skies this one towards the middle. Again, the wind taking that one most of the way as Harmon looking for Troilo. This one chipped back in the Sterling defensive zone. Nice pursuit there by Shinseki to clear. This one kicked back in by West Deptford, headed by Harmon. Kicked away by Troilo, looking for Radish. Radish and Brown pressuring this defensive line. A nice cutback.
Wow, that's a nice play.
And now moving up are the Eagles.
Nice
This
ball.
one gets over to Simcoe. Simcoe can't handle it. This one trickles over to our announcer's booth.
Sterling caught a break because that had a chance to be problems there, but the ball just went out of bounds.
Byrne and Radish get subbed out here for Lily Byrne and Montgomery Dram checking back into this one for the Lady Knights.
I don't know, I hate to say it, Dan, but I think we're set for a long afternoon here right now.
And that is something that I don't think a position that Sterling would want to be in against a high-powered offense like West Deptford.
But more importantly, where is Miss Simpson going to hide? No place to go.
Troilo and Delaney once again on this far sideline. Delaney checking it, or on this close sideline. Delaney trickling this one in. This one hits off of Harmon, Rhoda, Zazada.
We haven't seen much of Sterling
Zazada
able
with some
to do
physical
this.
play against Varela. Varela pushes her down once again. It'll be a free kick here for the Lady Knights. Varela, very aggressive there against Zazada.
They're having some words. All right, this is one. Simpson can reach the net from here, too.
Yeah. She hit one off the crossbar earlier and skied the one far left, the next one. We'll see what Simpson does here. She winds up, gets ready. She skies this one towards the front post. Baker hits off of her head. A nice collection there by McKeever. And again, Sterling looking for the home run ball. Almost got it, but McKeever, right place, right time. This game stays 0-0 with about 11 minutes left to play.
Good job, Taylor, using her head there.
This game definitely getting a little bit more physical as we went on, as a foul is called there on Zazada. That one on Cindy O'Loughlin. So it'll be a free kick for West Deptford. So West Deptford spreading out, arm raises.
This is where you really need Monty here.
The Eagles looking to soar. This one nicely cut off there by Harmon. Nice play by Baker as this one sent forward for Dram. Dram cutting back and kicking this one ahead, looking for Tony Troilo, who's looking to beat Delaney. Troilo against Delaney, getting pressure from the other side as well. Nice play there by West Deptford to clear. Emma Sobieski coming from that center back spot to make a nice play.
That could have been trouble for West Deptford. Really nice defensive play.
So quickly thrown in here by the Lady Knights. Troilo versus Delaney. Troilo trying to cut up. Looking for Dram. That one cut off once again by West Deptford. Nice play there by Byrne. Dram looking and firing, trying to take a shot on goal. Nice collection there by McKeever.
I'm sure everybody at home was just doing what I was doing, wishing that one into the net.
And that's your most dangerous scorer there for the Lady Knights. She can't cash in.
I'm amazed at her ability to have her back to the net, turn around and kick and get a quality shot on the net.
Well, that's why she gets paid the big bucks.
That's
Mr.
right.
K.
Renew that contract. Got her for one more year on her contract, too, from what I hear.
Yeah.
Being a
9
junior.
minutes, 30 seconds left. Half number 2 between these two teams. Again, 0-0. These two teams not being able to cash in after scoring 13 combined points in the first 2 matchups. 5 the first game and 8 the second. As we know, that big 4-4 tie between these two teams, it was crazy. You can find that game on Sterling Channel 19 and on YouTube. So this one kicked ahead to Simcoe. Shinseki playing a little bit off, trying to give her a little bit of room, cutting off Simcoe. A nice defensive play by Shinseki. Still going one-on-one on this close side. Trying to strip Simcoe away. She gets past Shinseki. Byrne trying to come help out. Shinseki still playing great defense. It's now West Deptford looking across this one in. This one could be trouble. This one batted down by Lady Knights. Shinseki, Simcoe getting pressured from Byrne as well. Shinseki still wins the battle between the two. Shinseki playing some all-star defense right now, Mr. K.
Yeah, she's done a real nice job. She was handling both players out there. Well done.
So the Lady Knights staying alive here between these two teams.
Free kick. Now, again, you can get one up in the jet stream here. You can transfer this into some quick offense.
So this will be taken here by what looks like Elise Simpson. This one hit down by West Deptford. They try and maintain possession, but they cannot. Simpson running and throwing. Over to Lily Byrne. Harmon has it.
Oops.
Has to make a decision. Cannot, as Simcoe takes this one away from her. Harmon still battling with Simcoe. Whistle blows.
Looks like she fell away from the ball, but the referee says no, you're going to get a free kick here.
So a free kick coming here for the Eagles. 7 minutes and 30 seconds left to play here in the second half. The Eagles could make a huge dent here in this Sterling team, trying to strike late in this second half. Nothing to score. Varela going to be the one to take it for West Deptford.
She's going to line it up for a left-footed kick and try and hook it in.
Sterling with 3 girls on the wall. Harmon, Troilo, and Rhoda. Sims navigating from the net. This one could be trouble here for the Lady Knights. Varela awaiting the whistle. Whistle blows. Varela taking the shot. This one hits the wall, and Sims makes the save.
The wall does its job, partially deflecting that. Need a big kick here and hopefully transfer it to offense if you're a Sterling fan. Letting everybody go down.
Sims, just like Mr. K said, a big kick. That one hits off of West Deptford first. Byrne collects it up to Montgomery Dram.
Ooh.
Dram gets hit from behind. Whistle blows.
All right, chance number 2.
Talia Thomason hits down Montgomery Dram. Takes a moment to get up and going to go to crowd the net's going to be Simpson, the one to take it here for the Lady Knights. A powerful leg on Elise.
Sun is out too, so the goaltender is going to have to deal with the wind and the sun.
As we take a look at her shattering her eyes. So she's definitely dealing with the effects, just as Mr. K said. Whistle blows. Simpson raises the arm. She gets ready to kick this one away here for the Lady Knights. Simpson, a big boot towards the goalie. McKeever comes out of her crease and makes a nice play.
And that's with the strong wind. It's hard to judge on the kicker. She had some nice kicks in the first half against the wind. That one you have to take something off and just overkicked it a little bit.
So just under 6 minutes to play here in half number 2. Time is really ticking down for both of these teams to try and get one on the board, or we're going to go into some overtime action here. Sterling's second straight game, possibly, that it would enter overtime. They're really trying to turn up the heat, but so is West Deptford. Now it's just going to be whose feet are the strongest, whose lungs are the thickest. I mean, who can really keep this one going for both of their teams as the game progresses.
It's a combination of two things. Who can make the big play and who will not make the big mistake?
Yeah. And Sterling, it's really important to not make that big mistake. They have to be almost perfect as this game progresses into the latter stages. Shinseki pressing Simcoe. Byrne also back to help out as a midfielder. This one taken away from Simcoe. Byrne with some room. She chips it forward. Troila also over here to meet the ball, but it looks like West Deptford's going to try and chip it back in. A nice pass over to Simcoe. Shinseki on Simcoe. This one hits off of Shinseki. Zazada will take it, looking for an outlet. That's a nice play by O'Loughlin as she crosses this one back in. Varela with a big opportunity here for West Deptford, trying to put a shot on goal. A nice save there by Maddie Sims.
There is such a thing early on as player of the game in this regulation. It's probably Maddie.
4 minutes, 30 seconds left to play here. Half number 2. Nothing to score. Maddie Sims playing great between the pipes. This looks like Montgomery Dram lost it in the sun. He's trying to pursue it. Nice play there by Allison Brown. Dram trying to chip this one forward here for the Lady Knights. Only one girl to beat. Trying to move her way past her. She's taken down. No whistle, and the whistle blows. The whistle blows against Dram. 4 minutes left to play here in half number 2. A big opportunity for the Lady Knights.
The break for West Deptford, you never want that penalty. At least it's slightly off to the right, off the sun. If that was on our side, Dan, that would be a problem. Here's a chance for Sterling to possibly steal a game.
Dram, leading goal scorer for the Lady Knights, 18 goals, 6 assists, 42 points. The junior, the Monmouth commit, wearing number 8, the grade 8.
She would be great if she could put this one in.
A big opportunity as time's ticking down in this second half. 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Here she takes the shot. She's trying to put this one on net. That one sails right over the crossbar.
Again, understandable with the wind pushing. It's awful tough for these young ladies to judge.
So Dram can't put that one on net. So that would have been huge for the Lady Knights.
It's pretty wild the way things work out, too. Both teams had free kicks just outside the 18 in the last minute.
And still, this game somehow stays 0-0. Baker playing some feisty offenses now. This game is close to coming to a close. Simcoe, once again on Shinseki. Rota coming in for some support. They try and chip this ball up. Elise Simpson's back. Sims comes out of her line, and nicely played there by Maddie Sims as this game, or second half is starting to tick down. Sims booting this one towards center. Brown charging up. It'll be a throw in here for West Deptford with about 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to play in half numero dos. Nice play by Revatus to kick that one back to center. Walsh gets it. She has it on her foot, looking to send forward. Shinseki on the back of Simcoe, playing quite aggressively. Something we don't see from Shinseki very often. Simcoe getting this one to the far side, trying to get Varela. That one trickles past. It looks like it's going to be a Sterling throw-in as we approach the 2-minute warning.
This is where you don't want to make a mistake if you're either team right now. Sterling has the advantage with this win. They can send a deep ball down and hope for something.
So thrown here by Sterling. Zazada back to Revatus. Revatus looking to kick this one forward. That one goes out of bounds. So substitution coming here for West Deptford.
Got what, about a minute and a half, Dan?
Yep, just about. Number 19, Addie Franza comes into this one. Yes, just a minute and a half here in half number 2. Sterling trying to play this airtight defense against this West Deptford offense that has been all over him this game. Somehow, still 0 show on the board. This one hit forward by West Deptford. They're trying to get some offense towards the end of this game. A big opportunity here, but nicely crossed out there by Fallon Shinseki. And now West Deptford and Sterling in the foot race. Franza versus Byrne. This one's going to stay in. This one goes back to the defense. Sterling needing to apply pressure here, but they do not. Simpson plays this one at her feet. She sends this one forward for Lily Byrne. Nicely touched there. They're trying to get this one out. This one gets back to Rhoda and Harmon as Harmon sends this one forward. Montgomery Dram on the run. Just under a minute to play here in half number 2. She needs to try and cause a turnover. She cannot. West Deptford has time for one more big push as they try and get one before the end of this half. A big opportunity here for Simcoe as she has it on the near side, looking across towards the middle. Sims comes out of her net, and she gets the save. Sims definitely needing to take her time here. 25 seconds to play in half number 2.
Let's get in this game. Let's go.
Sims sending this one deep, looking for Troilo. West Deptford navigating all their players back as Troilo one-on-one with Delaney. This one hit out. Troilo ready to throw this one in here, waiting support with about 5 seconds left. A shot needs to be taken here by Zazada. Troilo gets the ball back. Looks like that'll be the end of half number 2. So that is the end of regulation in these Group 2 semifinals between West Deptford and the Sterling Silver Knights. We're going to be right back at you guys after this short intermission. So welcome back, everyone, to Sterling Channel 19 as we are getting ready for some overtime action between the Sterling Silver Knights and the West Deptford Eagles in Group 2 semifinal action. The winner of this game will go on to either face Haddonfield or Barnegat. The winner of that game probably announced shortly, but this game going into overtime, this is Sterling's second straight playoff game in overtime action. Just a quick recap of the rules: 2 10-minute halves. It's golden goal, so whatever team scores first will win. If we do not decide a winner at the end of both of those 10-minute halves, we will go into penalty kicks, and that is something we saw last game between the Sterling Silver Knights and the Seneca Golden Eagles. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm Daniel Leakin, joined by Tad Kozaneski, and Sterling really couldn't get anything started on the offensive side of the ball, but still played great defense against this high-powered West Deptford offense, and I mean, no goals to show for either team. A great regulation, nevertheless.
Yeah, we don't have the stats in front of us, but West Deptford definitely outshot Sterling in this game thus far and has controlled most of the action. Sterling so far fortunate, I think, to be in this point. We did have that one post that was hit to our right. That's about as close as Sterling has come in this one.
So Sterling going to be battling the conditions once again, as well as the sun will be shining to our left, the wind blowing right to left as well.
And it's weird, if you went back and said, which half do you think Sterling played better? I'd probably say the first half.
I would agree. So Sterling season can come to a close in one goal, the same for West Deptford. If Sterling wins, they would either go against Barnegat or Haddonfield. If they would go against Haddonfield, the game would be at the Bulldogs. And if they go against Barnegat, the game would be at the Castle. This is the first game of 2 games between a Sterling team and a West Deptford team. Again, the boys play tomorrow starting at 2 o'clock.
I believe, too, we talked about Haddonfield. I think that game they're playing in the girls is tonight.
Yes. So we won't figure out the result of that until tomorrow. But nevertheless, we are in today as we are just getting ready for some overtime action between the Sterling Silver Knights and the West Deptford Eagles. The ref checking with both of the goalies to make sure they're right. McKeever is ready, Sims is ready, waiting the whistle, and we are ready to get started here. Dram taking it up at center field, trying to weave her way through a couple defenders. Advanced Tony Troilo. She gets met by Delaney, hit down, and an early free kick here for the Lady Knights. This game has definitely gotten more physical as the game has went on.
Yeah, you can see. You're going to feel the pressure. Every minute this game goes, more and more pressure. Remember what happened the last time this young lady had a kick from out here? She hit the crossbar.
Sims. Excuse me, not Sims. Simpson.
I'm getting you the...
NJIT commit to play Division I soccer, ready to raise the arm. Try and send this one away here for the Lady Knights. She's looking for the back post. There is a girl open. McKeever comes out of her net. She bobbles in. This one approaching the back of the net, trying to put this one in, and that one just goes past the far post. The whistle blows.
That is the 4th time today we've had a play like that, if you've just tuned in.
Goodness. The excitement peaked on the Sterling side as everyone thought that one was going in. That one just trickling past the far post, but nevertheless, a corner kick here for the Lady Knights is going to be Montgomery Dram. Dram had a couple of off corner kicks in that last half, but looking to put one on net here. She's getting ready, and that one just punched out by McKeever. This one still bobbling, and West Deptford getting this one and turning up the field. Going with pace is Varela. She's trying to advance up the field, looking for Simcoe. Sim stays on her line. Shinseki trying to get this one out, and she does, so it'll be a throw in here for West Deptford.
Sterling just had 2 great opportunities to end this game, couldn't do it.
So this one hit by West Deptford, off of West Deptford, so that should be a goal kick here. Nicely played by Cami Rivadis.
Cami's done a nice job from her defensive position. Again, you can see everybody shielding the sun. If you're West Deptford, you want to try and take a shot from this side of the field, no matter how far out.
8 minutes to play here in the first half of overtime. Golden goal, so first goal wins between these two teams. 0-0 was the score after regulation. Big kick there from Simpson, looking for Tony Troilo. Nicely played by Delaney. Harmon with some time. A nice chip up to Lily Byrne, and now Lily Byrne approaching with a little bit of space. Trying to weave it in the middle, looking for Troilo. A nice pass by Byrne, but couldn't get through. Troilo has Dram next to her. Dram trying to push forward. Nice play by Delaney. Taylor Baker has it on her feet, looking for Harmon. Harmon settles it, looking towards Byrne. A nice chip. Byrne trying to use her speed to get there. Approached by West Deptford. That one hit out. And it'll be a corner kick here for the Lady Knights once again. Sterling really turning up the offensive pressure here in this first half of overtime.
I don't know what it is about going into the wind. That's all their offense is, going into the wind today.
Montgomery Dram, yet another corner kick, has had 3 today. There's a limpy West Deptford player going off the field, so a substitution for the Eagles.
Looks like that is number 7.
Katie Sauper coming off the field. Don't know why.
They didn't blow they were still subbing, and for some reason Sterling kicked it in.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Montgomery Dram was in such a rush, as there is only 6 minutes and 40 seconds left here in the first half of overtime.
I mean, at home we were watching the substitution go on. All of a sudden the ball kind of... Oh, the sub got hurt again. That's why they did that. So we were just watching the sub, and all of a sudden the ball came in out of nowhere.
Nevertheless, we're getting ready here as Montgomery Dram ready to wind this one up here for the Lady Knights, waiting the whistle. Raises the arm, and then she's ready to send this one away. Dram looking towards the box. This one headed in, and it's in! It's in for the Lady Knights! The Lady Knights have advanced to the finals of the Group 2 tournament. It was Taylor Baker! My goodness, in dramatic fashion once again, and Sterling has knocked off 1-seeded West Deptford here at West Deptford.
Well, we talked about the tallness of Taylor Baker. You can see as they're hugging there, beautiful kick in, got it on her head, and she's becoming a weapon in that restart play.
Sterling has advanced to the finals of the Group 2 tournament. Taylor Baker from Montgomery Dram. And Sterling will go on to either play Haddonfield or Barnegat. Sterling winning once again in dramatic fashion. The second straight game they've gone to overtime, won the last game in penalty kicks, and now Taylor Baker taking part like her sister Jordan did just a year ago, getting the game-winning goal here for the Lady Knights off of a corner kick from Montgomery Dram.
Her and Coach K having a moment there.
What a moment, what a game. And 1-seeded West Deptford has been slayed by the Sterling Silver Knights. Offense not there all of the game, and somehow, some way here in overtime, the offense flipped the switch and capitalized.
All right, what we'll do is we'll step aside for a minute or two, bring over as many girls as you want. We'll talk about this game for a while. So Danny, you go get some post-game. We know a couple of the girls, but get a handful. Congratulations to Sterling as they will advance. We'll have the post-game show coming up in a couple of moments.
Yeah, just give me a seat.
Next year.
Yeah.
All right.
A little picture with Mr. Man here. You guys all slide in. So I have one picture. Slide in a little bit. 1, 2. Smile pretty. Go to the next slide.
Wait, I'm parched.
So we're back here on the grass field at West Deptford after Sterling won 1-0, slaying the one-seeded West Deptford, of course, in Sterling way in a dramatic fashion. I'm here with the game-winning goal scorer, Taylor Baker. This is the third time we've had you on for an interview. Your third game where you've scored a playoff goal. How does it feel to come in such a big way and help your team win?
It really helps out with my confidence because throughout this game, at least, I wasn't really doing that well, and that just gave me a boost of confidence. And I'm just proud of myself that I could, do this.
And I mean, offense was not there throughout most of the game, and to come into overtime and score within the first 4 minutes, how does it feel for you and the offense to get on the board and take down this very talented West Deptford team?
We're just super excited that we have another game to play, one game at a time, so I hope we can just keep this momentum going.
So now we're approaching the finals. You guys are either going to go against Haddonfield or Barnegat. What are the thoughts going into that game? How are you feeling personally about going against either one of those teams?
I'm pretty confident because if we continue playing as a team, I think we can do just fine. We've been having a good streak going, so just keep it.
And you've really struggled throughout this, or not really struggled, but you've had a rough season.
Yeah.
And you come into playoffs, and now you've scored the game-winning goal. Just how does it feel as a player to progress so much throughout the season? As there's Mrs. Troilo. How does it feel as a player to progress so much throughout the season to now score a game-winning goal for your team?
I'm just super excited that I could help out my team. I don't want this team to end. This is my best friend, so I'm excited.
I appreciate you coming on, Taylor. Congratulations.
Thank you
very much. Next, I'm going to talk with Lily Byrne. Lily didn't come up on the stat sheet, but really just gave it your all out there, and you really hustled hard. How did it feel to help your team win today?
It felt really good knowing that we won and we're going to the finals. That's really it.
I was just about to ask, what are your thoughts about going to the finals? How does it feel as a younger player on this team to get your feet wet in varsity and now have to step into finals action against one of either Barnegat or Haddonfield?
It feels really good. It's a little nerve-wracking, but I'm happy that I can help my team and that we can make it to the finals and hopefully win it.
Now, you were on both sides throughout the game, but primarily on offense. And as an offense, how did you guys come back from not scoring any goals in the regulation to coming into overtime and getting one in the first 4 minutes?
In our talk before overtime, we make sure we have to get it done, and just knowing off the corners, Taylor with the past 3 games had head goals, so just having her there is just really hopeful, and it works.
And a little bit of a personal question: how does it feel to watch your best friend score the game-winning goal out there in front of Sterling?
It's really exciting seeing my best friend score because my best friend. I'm happy for her.
I thank you for coming on, Lily.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Now we have Elise Simpson, and I'm sure you knew you were going to get grabbed today. You had a phenomenal game in that defensive line. I know you're feeling it a little bit, but how did it feel to, stop that West Deptford offense? And they've scored 3 and 4 against you guys. In this game, you guys held them to nothing.
It felt great. We got to a little bit of a rocky start, but we got it back together and, shut them down. That's all that matters.
And now you guys are moving on to either Barnegat or Haddonfield. And from a year ago where you guys got knocked out to now in this place going into the finals, how does it feel for you to watch in your senior year this team come from 0 to hero as the season's moved on?
It feels good. We came out to the season with a rough start. We lost, and coming from last year where we didn't lose to the final game, it was like a reality check, and now we've come so far. We all got back in the groove of things, and now we're playing like Sterling again.
And I know your confidence is always high. That's just how you play. You don't show it much. You're very reserved, but you definitely play like you have a lot of confidence. And it's to come into West Deptford and take down the 1 seed. How is that going to do for the confidence of the rest of the team?
I think it'll definitely boost the confidence. Everyone's always going to be a little bit nervous before the game, but knowing who we've beat so far and knowing how far we've come, I think it'll definitely boost everyone's confidence on the field.
And even if you guys are home or away, what are the expectations going to be like going into the final game against either Haddonfield or Barnegat?
I don't know about everyone else, but I'm expecting everyone to be giving their A game, giving it their all from the very start. We definitely didn't do that this game. We came out a little slow, but I'm expecting everyone to just put their heart and soul out into that field from the start to the end.
I appreciate you coming on, Elise. Thank you. Go celebrate with the team. And last, but certainly not least, we're going to have Ireland Kay. And I mean, Ireland, you haven't been on the field, but you've helped a lot from the side. And how does it feel to watch these girls come from a team that's all over the place, a little bit younger, to now enter the Group 2 final?
I think it's something really special just to see everyone come together, especially how we had a rough start and we've only lost 3 games since then. It's just really cool because you don't see much teams that kind of have levels on the field. Like, we literally have freshmen, sophomore, junior, seniors all playing together, and it's something special, and it's always been something special with us. We always have had something that no one else does, and I think it's really cool that we'll get to play in a final.
And I mean, Ireland, you were really, the girl in the midfield. You really ran ship a lot of the time, and to watch, someone else take that responsibility and do good things with it, as in Montgomery Dram and some of the other girls out there. How does it feel as a mentor to know the effect that you've had on the team?
It feels great. I mean, obviously I'd love to be in there, but it's really cool to see that we can still come big in positions like that, and especially losses, especially in this beginning of the season. I mean, injuries kind of ate us up, but we're all healthy now, and it's good to see everyone playing great and just going out there and having fun.
And I know we see you preach your wisdom in the huddles before every half, and especially in that overtime huddle there. What are you saying to the girls? What are you telling them, to do? What are you doing to keep their minds and their heads in the game after not scoring anything in regulation to coming out here and scoring within the first 4 minutes?
It's basically just have fun, and I mean, it's our game. Like, it's always been our game. I think that we definitely are ranking, we're underscored this year. I think we could definitely have been higher, and I know that we can beat every team. I mean, it's just go out there and play with heart, and the biggest team that stays together. I mean, I said we were a family before overtime, and that families come together and they do good things together. So I think that was just the biggest thing, keeping this family up and having energy, and that will get us there.
And speaking of family, you guys lost a few members of the family last year, brought in a lot of new family members this year, and this family has grown to something even more than it was last year. Talk about how the relationships off the field help with the play that happens on the field.
I think this year we just see something that we didn't see like in the past years. It's just we're a really big family, and we're all always hanging out together, doing things every day, going and watching other games. It's just everyone's always positive with each other, and there's always laughter, and we just it'll suck when the season's over. I mean, it always does. We've always, again, in the last 4 years, have such a big family over here at Sterling, but it's just something special when you get along off the field and on the field.
I appreciate you coming on, Ireland. Thank you very much. And we're going to take a break real quick. We'll be right back at you after we get Coach K here on the broadcast. He knows. Hello, everybody, and welcome back as we're here with Maddie Sims. And I mean, Maddie, not as active as a day, or no, I wouldn't say that. Not as active as a day on offense, but in the net, you definitely had your work cut out for you. How do you feel that you guys came up with a win today?
I am honestly just so proud of my team now because we're going to the finals, and a lot of people doubted us, and I'm just glad that we can prove them wrong and prove that we still have Sterling in our blood.
And a lot of people doubted you throughout the year. I mean, Erin Quinn here to watch today, she left you last year, and you were kind of left with kind of a work in progress defensive line, and they really helped you out today. How do you feel about them? What can you say about them today?
My defense, man, I have so much love for them. They're like my sisters. In games, they back me up. They have my back. Sometimes they save my butt. But I'm just so glad that I have them in front of me during the games.
Now, you guys are either going to go against Barnegat or Haddonfield, and I mean, what are your thoughts about facing either of those teams in the finals?
I feel pretty good, honestly. I mean, if we can beat the teams that we've beat before, I think we'll be fine. Barnegat, we haven't faced them yet, so probably just watching film and getting used to them. But Haddonfield, it's probably just going to be like another conference game.
I appreciate you coming on, Maddie. Great game today. Go enjoy your time on the bus. And last but certainly not least, it's going to be Coach Jimmy K. Thank you for coming on, Mr. K. And I mean, you guys looked at your bracket. You were just telling me as we walked up, and you guys realized you would have to go through Seneca and West Deptford to get to this spot. And you guys did it. And how does that feel for you?
It feels great. I mean, that's, like I said, Dero, that was the death bracket. I got sick to my stomach looking at that. We ended up on that side with those two teams. I mean, both of those teams are phenomenal teams. And even just to say, hey, there's one more, whoever wins. I mean, if it's Haddonfield, same thing. Another Colonial Conference team, another team that, we struggle to get going with sometimes. But we're here. I think getting here was the key, getting them to believe like we're here. Fight through the nervousness, fight through the tentativeness, fight through the uncertainties. A lot of young kids out there, and we got here, and that's key.
And I was just about to mention, did it on him playing on the speaker, something we haven't heard in a while. It feels like that family feeling's really coming back to Sterling. And how does it feel that you've really built this program from losing a bunch of seniors last year to now entering the Group 2 finals?
It feels good. I mean, it's just fun to watch these young guys show up. We have great senior leadership this year. You look at the kids returning back from one thing we talked about was, we need that leadership of those kids that were in that Coaches Cup run, that were in those battles with Seneca and, those group finals a couple years ago. We needed Monty, we needed Elise, we needed Cammie, Tony, all those seniors, Adriana Z, Maddie. But, you're talking 5-6 players there. There's another 5 players who have never even sniffed this type of environment. And to watch them gradually get comfortable, get confidence. Taylor Baker coming in there and hitting 2 big headers for us over this playoff run is huge. And it's good. I just hope, I joke with them. I said, we want to do our best as coaches to keep the story alive for them, and hopefully they can experience it and have some fun and, enjoy the process.
And I mean, with a lot of these young girls, it's a lot easier to get discouraged. And I mean, you guys definitely started off a lot slower in this game that you guys wanted to, but then come back and win this game. And I mean, how does it feel to have girls that are so resilient, that push forward for you, and that really want that win for their team and for the program?
It's great. It's a dream. It's a dream job. I even said when this job opened up, I can remember I spent a lot of years at Haddon Township, coached against Coach Brenner, Coach Caracciolo. The program then was amazing, and I just knew what kind of kid was here. And when the opportunity came to come back, and it was a no-brainer, and I love it. These are hometown kids for me. Sterling kids have always been great kids that aren't afraid to put it on the line, and that part of it is just a dream job for me. So I mean, I look forward to it, and hopefully, we can keep this season going.
And we talked about, how hard it was to get to the spot that you're in, but now that you're in that spot, the road doesn't really end for you guys. And how are your feelings going against either Haddonfield or Barnegat in the Group 2 finals?
Again, I think there's a lot of us that we have to mentally show up. I mean, like you said, it's still going to be a final game. You're still going to have nervous bodies out there. You got to be careful with that. You get down in those types of games, it's hard to come back. So I mean, I think the key is just finding a way. How can we step on that field completely confident about this next round and completely confident about who we are as players, and just try to get the job done.
And again, Taylor Baker, someone that has been really trial and error throughout the season for you, came in big once again in the playoffs. And what can you say about her and her progression from barely touching varsity last year to now being a full varsity starter and scoring the game-winning goal.
It's huge. It's huge. She, she's a soccer kid. She comes from a soccer family. Her dad was a longtime coach. Her sister Jordan was a great player. Taylor's a great player. With Taylor, it's just been confidence, and she can do it. It's never been a job of can she not do it, can she do it. She can do it. Even right before that, she had that one of the scouting reports was we knew it was hard with this win today. We wanted to follow to keep her up just in case there were drops. Keep her bob with the ball. Taylor had a push in that she just missed and probably wanted that one back. And I think for her to go now in this next corner kick and find a way to get her head on that ball after having a chance to win that game right before that was huge. That just shows her determination. And I think that supplements the fact that she deserves to be out there.
Go celebrate with the team. Thank you for coming on, Coach.
Thanks,
I appreciate it a lot.
All right.
So I'm going to do it, and I'm going to say so long after Sterling takes a 1-0 win in overtime, courtesy to Taylor Baker once again, scoring the game-winning goal against West Deptford. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you to Tad Kozaneski behind the camera for all your help. I'm Daniel Leakin saying goodbye once again. See you guys on Thursday, and as always, go Knights.